Hi friends, thanks for checking in on me and watching this latest video we're doing. We're going to do a fun little project. I've seen plenty on Pinterest and various places online, many people doing the cute rusted little pans out of the little paint palettes from Dollar Tree. So today that's what I'm going to do and see what I can come up with. Didn't have any gray paint, so I'm mixing black and white, and I mixed way too much black in it, so as you can see I kept having to put lots of more white in it, but I got a color I like, and now I'm just using a makeup sponge and just dabbing it on, just kind of pouncing the paint on. Since it's plastic, it'll show your strokes as you slide it, so the pouncing works much better. So I'm just getting the edges and the top part completely. Then I'll dry it and do a second coat. And I had plenty of paint, so as you can see I did 2 more paint palettes there. And now I'm going to paint my little gingerbread man, and I had a tan color from folk art paint, and I mixed a little burnt umber in it to get a brown that I liked for my gingerbread. And these little gingerbread men I got from Wholesale Decor and More, and the link will be below. I get a lot of her wood products, and she's great to work with, so definitely check out her link. So I'm just dabbing some on and making sure he's covered real well. I'll give him a quick dry. So now, since it's plastic, the paint chips off really quick and really easily. So I'm putting a layer of Mod Podge all over the top to kind of seal it in and make it a little more durable. So I'm getting the entire top covered, and then I'll dry it. So now I'm putting some Mod Podge in just some random spots where I want the rust to show. And I went to Dollar Tree yesterday to get some cinnamon, and they were out of cinnamon, so I got cinnamon sugar. That didn't work so well. So I went to my cupboard and got my cinnamon from my kitchen. And so I'm just pouring it on and dabbing it on, and then you kind of bounce off the excess. And then I'm getting a couple more spots where I want the rest to be and doing that process again. Then I'll shake off the excess. I'm just kind of giving it a quick dry, maybe not even completely dry, and then I will top it off, all those areas with the cinnamon, with more Mod Podge, just to seal it in and make sure it doesn't flake off. And it really is looking like a tiny little rusty old metal pan. So cute. So whoever initially came up with this idea has a very creative mind. So here I couldn't decide which one I was going to use, but I decided to finish this project with the rusty pan. And now I'm just using my stylus that I got from the Dollar Tree and just dabbing it in some white acrylic paint, just making some little frosting lines on my gingerbread man. Now I'll dab 2 black dots for his eyes, and then some more white dots for a mouth. Now I'm using some crimson chalk paint from Waverly just to make him 2 red buttons. Afterwards, I was wishing I would have made those little hearts, but I didn't even think about it at the time. And then I just put some tiny little white dots inside the black dots of the eyes. And I thought he needed something up top, so I put some little white dots at top. So now I'm going to stick them to the bottom of the pan, kind of at an angle, and I knew the hot glue would probably pop off that. So I'm using a little bit of E6000 for a secure hold, and then I glued the rest on. Now this red organza ribbon I got at the Dollar Tree, and as you can see I'm really struggling with my bow and getting it where I want. So I ended up just tying it in a knot, and then putting a little dab of hot glue to secure it in the back. And then I'm wrapping around some gingham around my fingers to make another bow. And I tried making a bow with the organza, but it wasn't long enough. And I decided that was fine anyway. I'm just going to trim those tails off. So I'm just wrapping some twine around the middle, tying it in a knot. Fluffing it and pulling the loops tighter, and then cutting the excess twine off the back. And now I have these Christmas picks with little pine cone and berries on it that I got on Amazon, and the link will be below the video as well. So I'm just hot gluing that in, trimming the tails of the organza. And then now I have these tags that I printed off on my computer. I made these and they're in a listing on Etsy, so the link for that will be below as well. And I get it all distressed and ready to go, and I realized I cut out the wrong one. I wanted the one with a little gingerbread boy on it, and it says gingerbread kisses and Christmas wishes. So I'm just distressing it all, making it dark and worn looking, and then deciding where I want to glue it in. So I'm just gluing it to the right of that. I'm going to glue my gingham bow on top, then trim up the tails. And then I use my crocodile to punch a hole in the middle. And then I have this red cord string, and it wouldn't fit through the little hole like I wanted it, so I used the bigger hole punch and make it a little bit bigger hole. So then I'm just making that and cutting a knot, or tying a knot at the length I want, and just arranging things. And that is it for this project. I think it turned out so cute. I love it, and I'm going to make more. This will be a great seller at craft fairs. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and you have a whimsical day. Thanks so much.